Welcome to the Preseen Analysis video for the management case study, the November 2023 and February 2024 sessions. So the hypothetical company in concern is Cuppcar. So I'm sure if you look at the icon, you could get a little bit of a gist of what the company is all about. But to be specific, the company is in the industry of car dealerships, so retailing new cars. Of course, it does offer a number of other services in addition to sales of new cars, as you could see here. But one of the main aspects would be dealing with retailing new vehicles. So we'll go through the pre-scene in detail. So as we go through the pre-scene, we'll be going through it in sections. Number one, I would like to go through the aspects relating to the industry. So what is the industry? Car dealerships. So we have the first part of your pre-scene analysis. Second, I like to go through the company itself, the hypothetical company Cuppcar. So we have the industry here. We have the company here. And under the company of particular importance, please pay attention to Cuppcar's business model. Next, let's go through the financial aspects. So we will go through the financial aspects of both Cuppcar and its closest competitor, Miltro Motors. So this is the financial aspect. And finally, let's go through the what I call the news or news report, or what's affecting the industry in specific. So first, let's go through the industry aspect. So let's have a little bit of a brief introduction, however, of the company. So the company is Cuppcar. It operates 214 car dealerships, and it's spread across the country Welland, which is again a hypothetical country. So the currency is the W dollar, and they report their financial statements in line with IFRS. So you are a finance manager of the company and you report to par with the senior financial manager. So this is just a brief introduction before we go through the rest of the pre-scene. So let's now go through the pre-scene. So if you look at the industry, it's to do with car dealerships. So what is a car dealership? So a car dealership is an individual site referred to as a dealership, and it operates generally, each dealership operates at its own discretion. So generally a car dealer will have a number of dealerships. However, there are instances where there could be just one standalone single location business as well. But most commonly, a car dealer will have a number of locations. So new car dealerships are franchised by car manufacturers. So this is the interesting point. So generally they operate as a franchisee of a car manufacturer. So therefore it's interesting to know what brands do we offer, or Cuppcar, what brands do we franchise for? Franchises give dealerships the right to sell cars under the manufacturer's brands. So therefore, we can't sell any car. We can't take whatever brand. So as we go on looking at the pre-scene, we'll see that there are actually 30 popular car brands in Welland. But we can't just purchase new cars and sell them. No, we need to have the franchise right to be able to sell a car from a particular manufacturer. So franchise dealerships cannot sell new cars unless they have been entitled or they've been given the right to by the designated car manufacturer. However, again important to note, this does not apply to used cars. So if it's a used car, we can sell any brand. That doesn't matter if it's a used car. So this restriction only applies to new vehicles. Right. So now we'll look at the different facilities we could observe in a car dealership. So generally a car dealership will have a showroom. So if you have, as most of you all have been to a car dealership, you will know that the showroom is an indoor space which will have a number of cars displayed and also certain promotional material. So often it will be air conditioned and it will have central either heating or air conditioning, and it will be quite a comfortable area. Then you get the car lot. So the car lot will have an outside space for more vehicles that cannot be displayed inside the showroom. So therefore, the dealership will have both cars located indoors in the showroom as well as in the car lot. And of course, the car lot can also be a space for customers who come in to park their vehicles. In addition to this, you have the workshop in a car dealership. So the workshop is where they maintain and repair cars. So this is where if you buy a car and you want to add an extra to your car you bought, maybe do a little bit of a more fancier wheel alignment, or you want to do something extra, basically add some kind of extra accessory to your vehicle, you would go to the workshop. Or if there is a defect in a car, to correct it, the workshop would be where that is done. Or if a car breaks down or there is an accident and it suffers damage, or even if it's regular maintenance, it's done in the workshop. So typically, therefore, a dealership will have an indoor showroom, an outdoor space too to have certain other vehicles that are in showcase, and a workshop. Now, the final part of the looking at the car dealership industry is looking at the staff roles. So what roles do the staff in a car dealership play? So one is we have the dealership principal. So who is the dealership principal? The dealership principal is in general terms, it will be the general manager. So the person who is responsible for the car dealership or that particular dealership branch. So he or she will be responsible for how the dealership is managed, whether it is supervising other departments, overseeing how cars are sold, how parts are sold, how marketing, promotion is done, overall customer satisfaction, how finance arrangements are made to help customers finance the vehicles they want to buy. Then even compliance with regulations, including terms set out by car manufacturers. So this is an important part. So if this is not done, it's a general manager who will have to be responsible. So therefore, an important question is, what kind of responsibility center should a dealership be? Should it be a cost center, revenue center, profit center, or should it be an investment center? So something to think about, possibly examinable. Responsibility center. Which type of responsibility center? So after the dealership principal, which is the general manager, we have the sales manager and sales executives. So these are, of course, the sales manager will oversee the overall sales of the vehicles, responsible for managing the sales executives. So what do sales executives do? They negotiate sales with customers. So they should have a good knowledge on what they're selling, on the car they're selling. They should be able to understand what does the customer's needs seem to be. Know what kind of inventory of cars do they have that will fit the customer's needs, and be able to, especially if it's a part exchange, know how to negotiate a good price that will be a good profit for the company or for the dealership. So therefore, sales staff, because they can influence profits, their salaries or their total remuneration will be two-part. They will get a moderate salary, but their salary should be supplemented by performance-based bonus payments. So that is important. So it's important to notice if we do this at Cuppcar. So when we go through the section about the company itself, you'll be able to understand if we offer this at Cuppcar. Then moving on, we can see business managers. So a business manager will look at the back-end aspects. So the front-end aspects will be looked in by the sales executives and the sales manager, but the back-end, such as negotiating or making the customer buy additional products, such as maybe a financing, a service plan, extended warranty, or maybe even arranging the loans with the banks. This will be done by the business manager. So therefore, sales manager will look at the the front end, and this will be the back end aspect. Then we have also service advisors and workshop staff. So this will be when customers use the dealership for repairs or servicing needs. So they will advise, maybe they'll try to upsell workshop services to customers so that the overall dealership can get additional revenue. So they may try to upsell, maybe encourage certain preventive maintenance measures, or maybe tell them about discounts on a new tire. So basically encourage sales in an indirect way. Then also what's important to note here is there are two types of work they would do. One is routine servicing work and non-routine servicing and repairs. So for a routine work, there will be a standard price. So this will be a standard price, whereas for a non-routine, this will be individual price. So that means we'll have to come up with a quote when we're doing this kind of work. So business managers also, going back to what we just discussed, will be rewarded based on what they sell. So there will be a commission aspect to their pay. But however, sales advisors, they only receive salaries. We see that they don't get generally additional aspects. They receive